Jai Guruji. Shukrana Guruji for this blissful satsang. Let's begin with the synopsis of last week. Last week we read chapter 11 of Umasamhita of the volume 3 of the Shivpuran. In this, Sanat Kumara gave a detailed description of all the righteous deeds that a person can perform that will render happiness and easy journey on the path to Yama's abode. Sanat Kumara said that if the soul performs righteous deeds and has a pleasant mind and merciful mind, then this journey on the path of Yama becomes a happy journey, unlike the journey of those who commit sin. For example, if a person donates leather or wood sandals to Brahmin, then they go on a horse to Yama's abode. Those who worship God, those who worship Brahmins and their parents, those go on the path as they please, and they are honored on the way. The ones who habitually worship their preceptors, they get rest on the path to Yama. So they can sit and rest as they move on this long journey. Also, this chapter gives a detailed description of the importance and the glory of food. And if any person gives or donates food to a needy, then it expiates their sin. Even if a person commits a lot of sins and he gives food to needy person, then they can go to heaven and it expiates all their sins. Also, food is Shiva, food is Brahma, food is Vishnu, and anything, the gift of food can expiate all kinds of sin. And during this time, since we are into Shraddh, food and drink and cow and horse and umbrella and bed and seat and garments, if these are donated, they are most honored in the land of dead. And this chapter in particular, if it is read in front of a Brahmin during the Shraddh period, it always gives ample amount of food to the Pitra. So this has a special importance, this chapter. The next chapter is the glory of penance. That is chapter 12. Rashmi Aunty will be reading this chapter in English, and Anjana Aunty will be reading this chapter in Hindi. Enjoy the readings. Jai Guruji, Shukrana Guruji.
Jai Guruji, Shukrana Guruji Maharaj. Chapter 12, the glory of penance. Sanat Kumara said, "The gift of drink is the greatest and the most excellent of all gifts. Water, the enlivener, is the most satisfying to all living beings. Hence, one should make gifts of drinking watersheds lovingly and unrestrictedly. Making of water bases, tanks, etc. is the cause of great bliss. It is truthful, really truthful. There is no doubt in this, here and there hereafter. Men should cause tanks, wells, and lakes to be dug, therefore. A well that abounds in water removes half of the sin of the man who causes it to be dug. If cows drink and good men and Brahmins make use of the water in a water base dug by man, the whole family is redeemed. If there is plenty of water in the water base dug by a man during summer, he never suffers distress or mishaps at any time. I shall mention the benefits of lakes dug by men. He who has a lake to his credit is honored in all the three worlds. Or the digging of lakes is conducive to the advent of fame and attainment of friendship in the abode of the sun, but without distressing heat. He who digs a lake attains an endless merit. The wise say that it is the fruit of the virtue, wealth, and love. The lake is the greatest resort of the four classes of living beings. The construction of the lake, etc., indicates excellent glory. The gods, human beings, Gandharvas, Pitras, serpents, Rakshasas, and the immobile beings depend upon water bases. Brahma says that the benefit of the sacred rite Agnihotra is derived by a man in the lake dug by whom there is plenty of water in the rainy season. There is no doubt at all in this that the benefit of gifting away 1,000 cows is derived by a man in the lake dug by whom there is plenty of water in the autumn. If there is plenty of water in the lake dug during the seasons of early winter and the late winter, he derives the benefit of that sacrifice in which plenty of gold is given as a sacrificial gift. If there is plenty of water in the lake dug during the seasons of spring and summer, the wise say that he derives the benefit of the holy rites of Atiratra and Aswamedha sacrifices. O sage Vyasa, the merit accruing from the digging of water bases, excellent and pleasing to all living beings, has been narrated to you. Now listen to the merits of planting trees. If a man plants trees in the forest, he enables his ancestors and the successors of his family to gain redemption. Hence, one should plant trees. There is no doubt that these trees become his sons. When he goes to the other world, he attains the undying regions. Trees honor and worship the gods through flowers, the pitras through fruits, and the guests through shade. The Kinnaras, the serpents, the Rakshasas, the gods, and Gandharvas, the human beings, and the sages depend upon trees. While in bloom or when they bear fruits, the trees delight human beings. They are as sons by way of virtue in this world and hereafter. These people never fail to attain heaven, viz., the digger of lakes, the planter of trees, the Brahmin who performs sacrifices, and those who speak truth. Truth alone is the great Brahmin and the greatest penance, the greatest sacrifice, and the greatest learning. When others sleep, truth is wakeful. Truth is the greatest base. It is truth alone by which the earth is sustained. Everything is founded in truth. Penance, sacrifice, merit, the worship of the gods, sages, and the pitras, the waters, the vidyas, all these beings are established in truth. Truth is sacrifice, penance, charitable gift. Mantras, Goddess Saraswati, celibacy, and Omkara. These are really truth. It is truth whereby the wind blows, the sun blazes, the fire burns, and the heaven is upheld. By upholding truth, the people can attain the benefits of keeping up the traditions of all the Vedas and taking the ceremonial ablutions in all holy centers. When weighed against truth in a balance, 1,000 horse sacrifices and 100,000 other sacrifices do not equal it. Truth alone excels. The gods, the pitras, the human beings, the serpents, the rakshasas, and the worlds, including the mobile and immobile beings, are delighted by truth. They say that truth is the greatest virtue and the greatest region, the greatest Brahman, hence one shall tell the truth always. After performing very difficult penance, it is by depending solely on truth, by maintaining truthful virtue, that the sages have attained siddhis and reached heaven. The sages have attained heaven traveling in aerial chariots along with the celestial damsels. Truth shall be ever spoken, for there is nothing greater than truth. In the deep, extensive, and pure eddy, the holy center of truth, one shall mentally take one's ceremonial ablution. That is said to be the highest bliss. Men who never utter a lie, whether for their own sake or for others' sake or even for their own son's sake, do go to heaven. The Vedas, the sacrifices, and the mantras exist in Brahmins forever. They are never visible to the untruthful, hence, one shall always speak truth. Vyasa said, O ascetic, please explain again, with special emphasis on the fruit of penance for the Brahmins as well as other castes. Sanat Kumara said, I shall explain the section on penance, which is the means of achieving all objects of desire, very difficult to be performed even by Brahmins. Please listen as I explain. Penance is the greatest rite. Fruits are achieved by penance. Those who are engaged in penance incessantly rejoice along with the gods. Heaven, fame, and love are achieved through penance. Penance is the means of achievement for all objects. One achieves great things through penance. One attains salvation, knowledge, perfect wisdom, good fortune, and beauty by penance. Man obtains different things through penance. He gets everything, whatever he wishes in his mind, through penance. Those who have never performed penance do not attain Brahmaloka. Lord Shiva is not accessible to those who have never performed penance. After deciding on a particular thing, if a man performs penance, he attains it here as well as hereafter. The wine addict, the defiler of other women, the Brahmin slayer, the defiler of teacher's bed overcome all sins through penance and get rid of them. Shiva, the Lord of all, the eternal Vishnu, Brahma, fire god, Indra, and other are endowed with penance. The 88,000 sages of sublimated semen rejoice in heaven through penance, along with the gods. Kingdoms are achieved through penance. Indra, the lord of gods and the slayer of Vrata, protects everything day by day through penance. Due to penance, the Lord's sun and the moon are engaged in the welfare of the worlds. The stars and the planets too shine by virtue of their penance. There is no happiness in the world that can be gained without penance. The knowers of the Vedas understand that all happiness is attained through penance alone. Knowledge, perfect wisdom, health, beauty, good fortune, and perpetual happiness are the offshoots of penance. It is by penance that Brahma creates the universe, Vishnu protects it without any strain, Shiva annihilates, and Shesha upholds the entire earth. O great sage, the Kshatriya king Vishwamitra, the son of Gadi, became a Brahmin through penance. This is well known in the three worlds. O intelligent one, thus the excellent glory of penance has been mentioned to you. Now listen to the glory of the study of the Vedas, which is far more excellent than penance itself. Here concludes the English reading. Anjananti is going to read in Hindi. Jai Guruji, Shukrana Guruji Maharaj.
Jai Guruji, Shukrana Guruji for giving me this good opportunity. जलदान, जलाशय निर्माण, वृक्षारोपण, सत्यभाषण और तप की महिमा। सनत कुमार जी कहते हैं, व्यास जी, जलदान सबसे श्रेष्ठ है। वो सब दानों में सदा उत्तम है, क्योंकि जल सभी जीव समुदाय को तृप्त करने वाला जीवन कहा गया है। इसलिए बड़े स्नेह के साथ अनिवार्य रूप से प्रापदान फैसला चलाकर दूसरों की पानी पिलाने का प्रबंध करना चाहिए। जलाशय का निर्माण इस लोक और परलोक में भी महान आनंद की प्राप्ति करने वाला होता है। ये सत्य है, इसमें संशय नहीं है। इसलिए मनुष्य को चाहिए कि वो कुआं, वावड़ी और तालाब बनावे। कुएं में जब पानी निकल आता है, तब वो पापी पुरुष के पाप कर्म का आधा भाग हर लेता है तथा सख्त मर में लगे हुए मनुष्य के सदा समस्त पापों को हर लेता है। जिसके खुदवाए हुए जलाशय गौ, ब्राह्मण तथा साधु पुरुष सदा पानी पीते हैं, वो अपने सारे वंश का उद्धार कर देता है। जिसके जलाशय में गर्मी के मौसम में भी अनिवार्य रूप से पानी टिका रहता है, वो कभी दुर्गम एवं विषम संकट को नहीं प्राप्त होता। जिसके पोखर में केवल वर्षा ऋतु जल ठहरता है, उसे प्रतिदिन अग्निहोत्र करने का फल मिलता है। ऐसा ब्रह्म जी का कथन है। जिसके तड़गने में सरकताला तक जल ठहरता है, उसे सहस्त्र गोदान का फल मिलता है, इसमें संशय नहीं है। जिसके तालाब में हेमंत और शिशिर ऋतु का पानी मौजूद रहता है, वो बहुत सी सुवर्ण मुद्राओं के दक्षिणा से युक्त यज्ञ का फल पाता है। जिसके सरोवर में वसंत और ग्रीष्मकाल तक पानी बना रहता है, उसे अतिरात्र और अश्वमेध यज्ञों का फल मिलता है। ऐसा मनीषी महात्माओं का कथन है। मुनिवर व्यास जीवों की तृप्ति प्रदान करने वाले जलाशय के उत्तम फल का वर्णन किया है। आप वृक्ष लगाने में जो गुण हैं, उनका वर्णन सुनो। जो वीरान एवं दुर्गम स्थानों में वृक्ष लगाता है वो अपनी बीती तथा आने वाली संपूर्ण पीड़ाओं को तार देता है। इसलिए वृक्ष अवश्य लगाना चाहिए। ये वृक्ष लगाने वाले के पुत्र होते हैं, इसमें संशय नहीं है। वृक्ष लगाने वाला पुरुष परलोक में जाने पर अक्षय लोगों का पाता है। पोखरा खोदने वाले, वृक्ष लगाने वाले और यज्ञ कराने वाले जो द्विज हैं वो तथा दूसरे सत्यवादी पुरुष ये स्वर्ग से कभी नीचे नहीं गिरते। सत्य ही परब्रह्म है, सत्य ही परम तप है, सत्य ही श्रेष्ठ यज्ञ है और सत्य ही उत्कृष्ट शास्त्र ज्ञान है। सोए हुए पुरुषों में सत्य ही जागता है, सत्य ही परम पद है, सत्य से ही पृथ्वी टिकी हुई है और सत्य में ही सब कुछ प्रतिष्ठित है। तप, यज्ञ, पुण्य, देवता, ऋषि और पितरों के पूजन, जल और विद्या, ये सब सत्य पर ही अवलंबित है। सबका आधार सत्य ही है। सत्य ही यज्ञ, तप, दान, मंत्र, सरस्वती देवी तथा ब्रह्मचार्य है। ओंकार भी सत्य रूप ही है। सत्य से ही वायु चलती है, सत्य से ही सूर्य तपता है, सत्य से ही आग जलाती है और सत्य से ही स्वर्ग टिका हुआ है। लोक में संपूर्ण वेदों का पालन तथा संपूर्ण तीर्थों का स्थान केवल सत्य से सुलभ हो जाता है। सत्य से सब कुछ प्राप्त होता है, इसमें संशय नहीं है। एक सहस्त्र अश्वमेध और लाखों यज्ञ एक और तराजू पर रखे जाएं और दूसरी ओर सत्य हो तो सत्य का ही पालरा भारी होगा। देवता, पीतर, मनुष्य, नाग, राक्षस तथा चराचर प्राणियों सहित समस्त लोग सत्य से ही प्रसन्न होते हैं। सत्य को परम धर्म कहा गया है, सत्य को ही परम पद बताया गया है और सत्य को ही परब्रह्म परमात्मा कहते हैं। इसलिए सदा सत्य बोलना चाहिए। सत्यपरायण मुनि अत्यंत दुष्कर तप करके स्वर्ग को प्राप्त हुए हैं तथा सत्य धर्म में अनुरक्त रहने वाले सिद्ध पुरुष भी सत्य से ही स्वर्ग के निवासी हुए हैं। अतः सदा सत्य बोलना चाहिए। सत्य से बढ़कर दूसरा कोई धर्म नहीं है। सत्य रूपी तीर्थ अगाध, विशाल, सिद्ध एवं पवित्र जलाशय है। उसमें योग युक्त होकर मन के द्वारा स्नान करना चाहिए। सत्य को परम पद कहा गया है। जो मनुष्य अपने लिए, दूसरे के लिए अथवा अपने बेटे के लिए भी झूठ नहीं बोलते वो ही स्वर्गगामी होते हैं। वेद, यज्ञ तथा मंत्र ये ब्राह्मणों में सदा निवास करते हैं, परंतु असत्यवादी ब्राह्मणों में इनकी प्रतीति नहीं होती। अतः सदा सत्य बोलना चाहिए। तदनंतर तप की बड़ी भारी महिमा बताते हुए सनत कुमार जी ने कहा, मुने, संसार में ऐसा कोई सुख नहीं है जो तपस्या के बिना सुलभ होता है। तप से ही सारा सुख मिलता है। इस बात को वेदता पुरुष जानते हैं। ज्ञान, विज्ञान, आरोग्य, सुंदर रूप, सौभाग्य तथा शाश्वत सुख तप से ही प्राप्त होते हैं। तपस्या से ही ब्रह्मा बिना परिश्रम का ही संपूर्ण विश्व की सृष्टि करते हैं। तपस्या से ही विष्णु इसका पालन करते हैं। तपस्या के बल से ही रुद्रदेव संहार करते हैं तथा तप के प्रभाव से ही शेष अशेष भूमंडल को धारण करते हैं। इसी के साथ अध्याय 12वां समाप्त। जय गुरु जी। शुक्राना महाराज, अनंतम शुक्राना। अब हम गुरु जी से आज्ञा लेंगे। अगले सत्संग थर्सडे।